Hi everyone, this is Sam with Python Basics, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a rock, paper, scissors game. So if you're new here, thanks for joining us. This is what we do. We do micro videos, or in this case, a little bit less of a micro video. But we do handle one subject at a time typically. So if you do not know the game rock, paper, scissors, it is an interesting game where you have three choices and you typically play someone opposite you. And the way it is designed is, of course, there's three choices. So you can either have a tie, or you can win, or you can lose. That's since there's three. So rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, and paper beats rock. And in the real version, it goes rock crushes scissors, scissors cuts paper, and paper covers rock. I never really understood as a kid why covering a rock beats the rock, but those are the rules that we have to abide by. So, all right. So I'm going to be doing a lot of copying and pasting because this isn't a super complicated program, but it's very elegant, so there are lots of parts to it. So I don't want you to sit here and want to gouge your eyes out. And I am going to have a link down in the description for where it will have its own page in GitHub. And also, someone did ask, there is a link down below for my Patreon account if you do want to help. And I am still thinking about ideas for members and members only, and ways for you to monetarily support the channel if you are a fan. All right, so we're going to design this as a function. So let's just go ahead and we need to set up quite a few things right here. So we're just going to call it RPS, rock, paper, scissors. The first thing we're gonna spit out best of 5 games. So we're gonna make this where we need to, because you just don't want to play one game and that winner take all. So you want to, and I want you to have to do a little bit of planning and strategy of how you're gonna lay this out. So all right, so we have our choices here, and this is mainly for the program to choose. So we have a list of rock, paper, scissors. Then we're going to be setting the variables me and you to 0. Now, so if we're going to continuously do something over and over and over again, we need a loop. Now, what kind of loop? Because you might say, well, we're going to do it 5 times. So we could just do a for loop of 5. Well, what happens if there's a tie? Or what happens if somebody wants to see the score? So let's use a while loop. So we have this set up here. And then now let's think of what we need to do. So first we need to set up some parameters. Well, how long will this happen? Well, it's going to go until somebody has 3, right? Best 3 out of 5. So this is the way that I laid it out. So we're going to have the program be me, and of course then you being the player, you, and that's how we're going to describe during the scoring. So program, if somebody's greater than 2, either the player or the program, then we're going to jump out. And the reason why I would like this so much is how elegant this is, and we're just going to be using our ifs and elses. And if you have seen, well, we'll get to that. So basically, all right, now let's look at this. So I think it's always proper to have whoever has the higher score have that be printed. So this is what we're doing. So if right here, so if someone is greater than 2, so they've won, then if you is greater than me, so basically whoever the high score is, print them out. You blank me, that's supposed to be this and this. There we are. All right, so let's go over this again. Is that I want this to be if U is greater than me, I want you to go first, or flip it around. Because if you think about this, it's either going to be one or the other, or a third option, which we're going to handle in just 1 second. So now we're going to need to take in some guesses, right? We're going to take in, first, the computer is going to need to make a guess. And then, actually I have it in the other order. So first we're going to need to take input from the user, you, and then the computer is also going to guess one of these choices, randomly choosing. So we have random here. So the computer's guess is random choice of choice. All right, so we pass that in. Now, this is how we're going to handle any issues with mistyping and things like that. Let's bring this over. So now, if you guess dot lower, then we're only going to look. So if the reason why I like doing this is, let's say they misspell rock, or they just want to type in R, P, or S, or if they're like me, they struggle with spelling. So if they get the S or the P or the R, we're gonna know what it is, and we're also gonna build in right here a way for them to check the score in the middle of the game. So if this is not R, P, S, or score, print, please try again. And we have rock, paper, scissors, and then continue. Now, if you haven't seen continue before, this is a very powerful keyword in Python. It basically circumvents, it stops everything right here and shoots it right back up to the top. So, and we're also going to have break here in a moment or two. So, all right. So there we are right there. We just did that. Now, we were talking about just checking the score. So here we are. So now, if guess lower equals score, and we have another example right here. If U is greater than me, print the highest score first, or, and then boom, continue back up here, taking in input, saying rock, paper, scissors, and then now. Now I want you to think about all the options that there can be. Now, we could literally go through and write the 9 options. So whenever you have, to remind you, possibilities, it's all the possibilities times all the possibilities in the scenario. So if you have a 2-digit number, you have the tens place and the ones place. So there are 10 digits there, correct? So 10 times 10, that's 100. So you have 0, 0. But you might say, how are there 100 choices? Because you don't have the hundreds place. Well, but you actually do. That is why I love using that example, because it's very Pythonic if you think about it. Because you have 0, 0 is a number, and then you have 99. So you have 1 through 99 plus 0, 0. So there are 100 choices. So we could literally sit here and write all 9 scenarios, or we could do this in a very, very, very elegant way. And this is what I love about this. All right. So we're handling 3 of them right here alone. If your guess lower and me guess lower are the same, then it's a tie. We just solved on 1 line of code 3 of the possibilities. Now here is the next one. And I want you to look very carefully at this, and we're going to talk about this. All right. Is that all right? Okay. So now we've removed, so we're going to do rock first. So rock, so if they play rock, it's going to capture up here. But rock beats scissors, right? So here's our template. Rock beats scissors, but what can beat rock, paper. But we don't have to do that because we've already handled the tie. Then this is what it wins. But if it's not one of these, and we handled it right here, if it's not this, then we need to check our nether input. So basically, if it's not this, then I won't win, so I lose. All right, let's go over that one more time. So if the computer plays scissors, I win. But if they don't play scissors, because that means it's past here, so they haven't played rock, so then they haven't played scissors, that means they played paper and they win. So in this if statement, I get 1 point, it prints out I win, and then right here I print out guess and title. So I have the computer guess, me guess from random choice, the full word up here. Then I take you and I put it in title, just because we converted it to lower earlier. So we're converting it back to title to capitalize the first letter. And then of course here, the reverse. Boom. So now that you see that we've done that scenario, then we're just going to print out the other two. Which, again, we only have to write the 3 scenarios of winning and just do an else of the opposite. So I did win. If I were to win, you increments 1, and if not, the opposite. And then, so we have rock, scissors, paper, and then so on. But now I left one thing out, because this is one thing that I remember when I was first going. I was thinking about the order in which something could happen. And I was sitting here and I was like, okay, so now I need to have the loop. Well, you need to get pretty fancy to have the loop come through and capture if you wanted to play again. But because right here we're changing the variables, we're incrementing up after the fact. So if you were to sit here and try to figure out how to get this to come back up every single time afterwards, that would be very cumbersome. So you literally will put this up here, and here comes the break. So all right, we're right here, we're in the loop, we're testing inside here, because now we've incremented over and we have printed out the score, and you're going to, so we've printed out who has more, and then we're asking, do you want to play again? So we are taking in again, then we're lowering this, and we're only going to take a Y. If they input a Y or a yeah or a yes, then we check that, we reset, we print our best of 5 again, because that'll shoot right back here. And then if they don't answer anything but a Y, goes to else, prints a okay, thanks for playing, then breaks out of the loop, and boom, we're done. So, all right, a little bit of a longer video today. But like I was saying, all of this is going to be in GitHub. But I just wanted to show you how to be elegant and precise. So 9 possibilities. We removed 3 of them here. Then 1, 2, 3, then just the opposite. And that's what I kind of want to get to challenge you to think about when you're designing flow and control and order of operations. So there we go. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, notification bell. Actually, I think the subscribe button is right here. And hitting that notification bell, clicking over to Patreon, supporting this channel if you are a fan, and also jumping down into the Discord server and asking all the questions to your heart's content. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't, check out this video right here or this one right down here. And most important, make sure you're hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.